This is ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Every week, our readers and followers vote for their favorite Eurovision song, and this is the 22 edition. Who will end up on top and who will not? Well, we'll find out in just a second. At the end of the video, I will tell you exactly how to vote in next week's round. For now, let's listen in. This is your ranking. If you're paying attention to social media, I mean, who isn't? You may have noticed that BNT, the Bulgarian broadcaster, is promoting the band very, very hard. And yet here we are, last place in our ranking. It just doesn't seem to do the trick with the ESC United readers.
Hey, stupid, that's rich. When it's coming from you, and that's rich.
No, that's poor Brooke. Poor Ireland, another 4 positions down, now in second to last place. After last year's very disappointing outcome, we were hoping for more, but as of right now, if you can believe this ranking, it's not looking too good. It's been a few years since Croatia has seen the grand final, and if you can believe this ranking, 22 may not be their year either. And the song doesn't seem to have much longevity. It's been dropping and dropping, now another 5 position down in the bottom 5.
Hearts, they got broken. God only knows why.
Switzerland got an interesting boost last week, climbing up in our ranking quite a bit, but they're back to where they were before, and that is the bottom 5. The fans of Emma came out and voted for Malta, preventing a last place this week. 4 positions up, almost outside of the bottom 5. Not quite yet, but there's always next week. So Denmark has been floating around 33rd and 38th place for the past few weeks. 3 positions up this week and at least no longer bottom 5. For now, if you don't want to see Reddi in the bottom 5 next week, you got to support them. Every point counts.
Look where we are. We used to be the rock stars.
And neighboring country Germany also, for the time being, outside of the bottom 5. Still not a result to brag about, especially considering that all the other big 5 countries are higher up in your ranking, but still, baby steps.
Baby, come with me, follow me, tell me if we can take it to the floor.
I am on my way up. That is what Michael Ben David is saying as his entry for Israel is climbing up 4 positions after dropping significantly over the past couple of weeks. Maybe people are warming up to the song, or is it just a fluke? As I mentioned before, there are certain songs that just don't have the longevity to succeed in your ranking, and it appears as of right now that Latvia, Eat Your Salad, is one of them. Every week, the song keeps dropping and dropping, now another position down into 32nd place. Yeah, and looks like people have forgotten about San Marino a little bit as well. And now, for the first time, they find themselves outside of the top 30 in 31st place, 133 points.
Hey ho, let's go, folklore and rock and roll.
Oh, it pains me to say it, but Moldova is your loser of the week, dropping 7 positions this week, and for so many weeks in this ranking. The fans of ESC United had a soft spot for it, but now it's on the way down. So, come back, fans, and vote for the song if you think it deserves a better outcome. Yeah, not many updates for Romania. 1 position down, just kind of sitting there at the lower end of the top 30 for the past few weeks. If this is as far as the song can go, or are we in for a surprise in Turin? Is Circles a slow burner? Every week, North Macedonia climbs up just a little bit. One position this week, one position the last week. So, are we in for a top 20 by the end of this ranking? We shall see.
In the
People are slowly warming up to Azerbaijan. Took them a moment, but I can announce that Azerbaijan is the winner of the week. Not in first place, but the biggest grower. 7 positions up. That is quite an accomplishment. Entries this week where not much has happened in terms of positioning. Armenia is one of them. Rosa, Linn dropping 1 position. Not a big difference. That can easily be fixed next week, right? Well, as always, that's your call and not mine.
I'm not the same, no.
At some point, Australia was actually a top 10 candidate in your ranking, but those days are long gone. Sheldon Riley now in 25th place. It is wearing off, apparently. The good news is 99% of viewers never heard the song before, so there's always hope.
Look me up, look me down, look me out, look me.
I knew this was going to happen. Georgia dropped quite a bit last week in your ranking, and the Circus Mircus fan did not like that at all. And now you can see the country is working their way up back to the top 20 maybe. For now, 3 positions up. Iceland isn't quite ready to enter the top 20 just yet. They were this close last week and now they're going down. Well, not going down all the way. 2 positions for now. 23rd place for Systur. Slovenia improved their results significantly. 4 positions up. The question is this a fluke and they'll drop again next week, or is there a momentum for disco?
I'm gonna miss you now. Promise I will miss you now.
You might say, well, Belgium only dropped 1 position, no biggie, but it was such an important position because Miss You no longer in your top 20, 21st place. And it's all Montenegro's fault. Yes, Vladana entering your top 20 with Breathe. It's been 7 years since the country has made it to the grand final. They had a few years off in between as well, but still, everybody is rooting for Montenegro, and people actually really like the song too.
Hey, I will never regret. You will be my secret. Baby, feel
For the past few weeks, Albania has been free falling in your ranking, but this week, at least for now, it is staying where it is in 19th place, holding on to that precious top 20 position. But the competition is stiff. Also, no movement for Cyprus, 18th place, 413 points. Not much to say, but there's room for improvement, right?
But if we die together now.
And Cyprus's BFF Greece also right next door here in your ranking, 17th place, 1 position down, nothing too tragic and plenty of time for this to change. So this is what happened. Greece and Finland swap positions. The Rasmus going 1 position up. Not a whole lot happening in this part of your ranking, but maybe later down the road there is more happening. We'll find out in just a moment. Yep. No big changes for Estonia either. 1 position down for the time being, but it is really close. Anything can happen. So we'll wait until next week. It seems as the ESC United readers feel pretty good about last week's ranking. Not that many changes here for Portugal either, still in the top 15, one position down, but not much else to add. Lithuania is now your favorite Baltic country in the ranking, 2 positions up. Monica's song has been dropping quite a bit over the last few weeks, but it's now slowly recovering, at least this week, into 13th place.
Where are you now? Where are you now? Where are you now?
Well, there are some breaking news after all. For the first time this year, Czech Republic is not in your top 10. In 12th place, dropping 4 positions, We Are Domi is no longer now considered one of your favorites, but that could change. If you are a supporter of Lights Off, you know what to do, and that is vote! Slowly, very slowly, but steadily, Serbia is working its way up in your ranking, and now it's almost there. It's knocking at the door of the top 10, only a few points shy from entering. Can they do it next week? Constructa is counting on you if you think Serbia deserves a top 10 spot. She did it again. Chanel managed to stay in the top 10 with Slow-Mo. Even though there is tough competition knocking at the door, as I just said, it wasn't enough to kick Spain out of the top 10, at least not this week.
I'm up in space
The United Kingdom is back in your top 10. Sam Ryder, 2 positions up after leaving the top 10 temporarily last week. You know what that means? 4 of the big 5 countries are actually in your top 10. What is going on in the Eurovision world?
And before that wolf eats my grandma, give that wolf a banana, give that
Instead of a banana, maybe give that wolf a few points. Norway dropping 1 position, which may not be a big deal on paper, but this is the first time in many weeks that they are not in 7th place. That has been their place, their safety zone. But this week, they have to make space for another song. 8th place for now. Every week since the song was added to the lineup, Austria climbed in your ranking. Sometimes just 1 position, sometimes 2 positions, but now they are in 7th place. And can they keep it up? Can they continue to climb? Is this as far it goes? We'll find out next week. Doesn't feel good to say, but we gotta be honest, this is Ukraine's worst showing in your ranking this year so far. Kalush Orchestra Stefania, while still very popular with the fans, now in 6th place for the first time, as pointed out this year, not in your top 5. Granted, this is only 1 week and things can change quickly, but this is where we're at. There are so many countries going up and going down where support is inconsistent, but Ahmed from Poland, he has a dedicated fan base, continues to do really well, still in the top 5, no changes. He seems just ready and good to go. Italy just likes to go on a roller coaster ride this year, from like 5th to 1st, from 1st to 2nd, from 2nd to 4th, from 3rd. It just keeps going up and down. It is so all over the place, but this is just your ranking, and as you can see, it's quite close at the top. There is no landslide winner. Every single point counts. So we'll see where we're going to end up next week. The Eurovision bubble can't get enough of Cornelia's song. 3rd place bronze medal this week. Yes, it's 1 position down, but I'm telling you, it was such a close race at the top. Just 1 vote would have gone a different way. The ranking could have looked quite differently. That is why I keep saying, if you want to have a say, make sure to vote. Can they do it again? The Netherlands are on track to become your new favorite. Currently in second place, silver medal. The country is just a few points shy from winning it all. So, we'll see what's going to happen next week. It is so close. Are the betting odds sleeping on France? FINLAND, once again, for the second week in a row, your personal number one. Yes, it was very close, but nevertheless, it was enough. It was enough to stay on top. We will see what next week will hold in store, but for now, congratulations Alvan and Ahes with FINLAND. Congratulations France. This moment is yours. There you have it, your ranking of the week. And now we are going to do a complete reset. That means all the points, gone. You get to vote again. And how do you do it? Very easy. Just click on the link in the description box, register on our website. It is completely free, and vote. As a reminder, you can only vote once and you cannot vote for your own country. So follow the rules and it'll be all fun. And I will be back next week with the latest and greatest ranking. And now that we have all 40 songs in the running, it is going to be extra exciting to see who are growers and who are showers. Until next week.